They barely looked at him. Every single day. Same red delivery jacket. Same quiet delivery for you voice. To them, he was invisible. Just another guy dropping off food. But what they didn't know was he was watching everything. And on one terrifying afternoon, he was the only reason they survived. Trust me, you're going to want to watch this till the end, because what this man does, no one in that building will ever forget. And if you believe real heroes don't always wear uniforms, go ahead and like this video. And subscribe to Touching Soul Stories. The glass doors of Harrington Tower slid open with a soft hiss. People rushed in, suits, heels, coffee in hand, Bluetooth headsets. Let's circle back on that energy. And right behind them came the delivery guy, mid to late 40s, worn-out sneakers, red insulated food bag slung over his shoulder. His name tag read, Daniel. Yo, deliveries go around back? The security guard muttered without even looking up. Daniel gave a small nod. Yeah, I know. Just dropping this off for the 24th floor. The guard sighed, waved him through lazily. Make it quick. Daniel smiled faintly. He always did. Most people rushed past the lobby. But Daniel? He noticed everything. The way the security cameras rotated, the timing of badge scans, the emergency exits, which ones were blocked, which ones stuck slightly open. He walked slowly, not because he was tired, but because he was counting, always counting. One afternoon, he stepped out of the elevator on the 24th floor. That's where the big offices were. Executives, money, power, and a kid, maybe 10 years old, sitting outside a glass office playing on a tablet. Daniel paused. You waiting for someone, buddy? He asked gently. The kid shrugged. My dad's in a meeting again. Daniel nodded. He had seen the boy before, Ethan Harrington, the CEO's son. Daniel handed over the food to the assistant but glanced back at the kid, just for a second longer than normal. Not creepy, not obvious, but intentional. A week later, Daniel walked in like always, but something felt different. The energy, the rhythm of the place. He spotted a man near the elevators. Suit was fine, but too stiff. Shoes, clean, but wrong brand for the rest of the outfit. And his eyes. They weren't relaxed. They were scanning. Like Daniel's. Daniel slowed down. Their eyes met for half a second. The man looked away too quickly. Daniel's grip tightened slightly on his delivery bag. Later that day, a package sat unattended near the reception desk. No label facing outward. No one claiming it. Daniel walked past it, then stopped, came back. Hey, he said casually to the receptionist. This yours? She glanced over. Oh, I think it's for IT or something. Someone'll grab it. Daniel didn't move. Something about it was wrong. He crouched slightly, adjusted it just a bit, like he was being helpful. But what he was really doing was checking weight, balance, sound. He stood back up. Yeah, someone should probably grab that soon. And he walked away. But his eyes kept returning to it. It was just after 2 p.m., lunch hour fading, meetings starting again. Daniel entered like always. Same bag, same quiet steps. But today, he didn't go to the back. He stayed in the lobby, watching, waiting. Then, it happened. A loud metallic click echoed. The man from before, near the elevators. His jacket shifted, and Daniel saw it. A weapon? Everything exploded into motion. A scream. Someone dropped their coffee. The man pulled out a weapon and shouted, "Everybody stay where you are!" Panic. Pure chaos. People froze. Some ran. Others just stood there, shaking. Security? They hesitated. Just 1 second too long. But not Daniel. In one smooth motion, he dropped the delivery bag, and everything about him changed. Posture, eyes, presence. No more hesitation. No more invisible man. He moved fast. "Lock the doors," he shouted, his voice commanding, sharp, unfamiliar. The same security guard who ignored him earlier froze. What? Who are you? Lock them, now. Something in Daniel's tone made him obey. Daniel moved toward the attacker. Slow, controlled. Hey, he called out calmly. You don't want to do this. The man turned. Stay back. Daniel didn't stop. You're not here for money, Daniel said. Too messy, too public. The man's grip tightened. You've been planning this, watching patterns. A flicker of hesitation. Daniel stepped closer. And you made one mistake. A pause. You didn't see me. In a split second, Daniel lunged. Precise, fast, trained. He knocked the weapon aside, twisted the man's arm, and slammed him to the ground. People gasped. Security rushed in. Too late. Daniel already had the attacker restrained, pinned, controlled, like it was routine. Silence filled the lobby. Heavy breathing, shocked faces. Daniel reached into his jacket, pulled out a badge, flipped it open. Federal Security Division. I need this building locked down, he said calmly. Now. The same guard who brushed him off earlier stood straight, and for the first time, saluted him. Minutes later, police, federal teams, chaos turning into control. The CEO rushed down. What the hell is going on? Daniel stepped forward, calm again, quiet. Sir, we received a credible threat against your family 2 weeks ago. The CEO froze. Daniel glanced toward Ethan. Safe, shaken, but okay. I was assigned undercover. The CEO blinked. You were the delivery guy? Daniel nodded slightly. Best place to hide is where nobody looks. The building slowly settled. People whispered. The invisible man was now the center of everything. The CEO stepped closer, voice lower now. You saved my son. Daniel shook his head. I did my job. Then he paused, looked him straight in the eye, and said quietly, the most dangerous threats are the ones people don't see. The next day, Daniel walked in again. Same jacket, same bag, but this time, people noticed. They moved out of his way. Some nodded, some just stared. But Daniel, he didn't change because he never needed their attention. He just needed them to be safe. Sometimes the hero isn't the loudest person in the room. Sometimes he's the one you never even noticed.